L1 his
Oh,
item.
God. You
Jesus.
threw 2 grenades.
Not my fault.
And go.
Face arrows back at it.
So Tom, we just both finished playing Bloodborne.
I wouldn't say just. We both did it like a week ago. But yes. We both played Bloodborne all the way through. Completed it.
Yeah, both. You actually got the secret ending, because you got the umbilical cords. I did not. I was 1 short.
I got all of them.
Did you get all 4 or just 3? Because you only need 3 for it.
There's only
No,
3.
there's 4 in the game.
Really? That doesn't...
Yeah, there's 4. Just in case you
That's
missed
not right,
one.
because it specifically says 1/3 of the umbilical cords. Every single time you try to use one, it's just like, do you want to use 1/3 of the umbilical cord?
Yeah, no, I looked it up because obviously I wanted to find the third one of them that I missed so I could backtrack after I beat the game, and it said that there's actually 4 in case you miss one. Because some of them you can only get at certain parts in the game.
Yeah, because I think one of the umbilical cords that I got had pretty specific criteria that I had to make one person go to the clinic.
The clinic, yes.
Once I unlocked it. Yeah, and I did that by accident. And I specifically sent only one person there.
Yeah, you sent the prostitute to there.
No, I didn't. I sent someone else there.
She's the one that gives you the umbilical cord, though, because she has the kid. Otherwise, what you could have done is you get it from the clinical lady. What's her name? Io something.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you went to her when it was an orange moon, she becomes pregnant, and you can get it from her.
I must have done something right, because I know I didn't send the whore to the clinic. I sent her elsewhere.
You probably sent her to the...
I sent her to the other one, and then a different person I saved killed everyone there.
Oh, you saved the cannibal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed the cannibal, actually. When you go to kill him, when you first meet him, because he's, I kind of thought something was up, so I hit him too many times, and he turned into a giant, wolf.
Yeah, well, he does that anyway. Because I was just like, why is everyone at this area dying, and why does he keep giving me new items every single time someone disappears? I'm like, oh, he's probably just killing them.
Yeah, he's a cannibal.
We still haven't talked about the thing at hand here. What did you think about it? This being... Well, you played a bit of Dark Souls when I bought it for you.
I played Dark Souls 1. Yep, Dark Souls 1, I got to one point, and then I said, fuck this game, and quit. Didn't play 2, because obviously I quit the first one. And now this is coming back on the PS4, and you're clearly going to buy it, so I'll probably do a playthrough of that. But Bloodborne, overall I thought it was a lot easier than Dark Souls 1. Because I tend to play a lot more aggressive, and this game definitely rewarded you for being an aggressive player.
Definitely is different in that aspect from the Souls. The Souls, or the regular Dark Souls, Demon Souls, are definitely more... You have to plan out a bit. You have to... Because you're just actions, you're tied down a lot for a longer time.
Yeah, this one, you get hit, it gives you that little red meter, so that if you
it also
somebody,
rewards you for being
life.
Aggressive.
Yeah, so that was... I liked, because obviously that's kind of my playstyle. I don't like to sit back and relax, I guess.
Well, it's not really relaxing when you're playing a Souls game. It's more about the planning aspect of it. You just like to go.
I just kind of go in and try to fuck shit up, and...
And how well did that work out for the first few hours of the game?
Not good. It took me about 2 hours to kill the optional Celtic Beast, or...
Cleric Beast.
I think it's Cleric Beast, my bad. Yeah, he almost killed me, he killed me for the first 2 hours. I didn't really understand, but I farmed enough and was able to level up, and then it became a lot easier. Silly me thought he was the first boss, and then I find out he was an optional boss.
Yeah, he's optional, but he's probably the best for an intro boss. Because he's not
the thing is
too
he's
complicated.
Optional?
Well, he's optional, but he's pretty clearly the first person you're gonna fight.
Yeah, and you have to fight him to unlock the doll. As far as I know. But yeah, I think that's, from my understanding, that's how you unlock the doll. I don't know how.
No, the doll eventually just unlocks. I don't know precisely when. I totally thought it was after killing the cleric beast, but I don't know what that is now.
Because I killed the cleric, or I died from it and it unlocked right away. And then you told me that you beat it and then she unlocked, so.
Yeah, I never got her until until I fought the cleric beast. So, I don't know. Eventually, the doll that allows you to actually put your souls into your character and lets you level up
Yeah.
is unlocked at some point farther into the game, not immediately.
I don't know if you saw it, but we both played. We thought that game was, fairly hard. Some guy beat it with the level 4 character, the wimpy one.
Yeah.
Did you read that? That he actually beat the whole game without leveling
he did
up?
some things to allow him some things. I think he leveled up his weapon still.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, you can't go running around with that level 1.
What else? He allowed himself to equip better armor other than his beginning armor.
The beginning armor is actually fairly good, though.
No, it's not. Like, as soon as you find the first armor, the first new armor, you, like, have to equip it immediately. So otherwise it's pretty much useless.
Well, didn't he buy that first set that's available that you can buy for like 2,500 souls?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, overall though, if you had to ask me so far this year, it's game of the year, hands down.
Well,
I mean, nothing else has come out yet, obviously, but I mean, I had a lot of fun playing it. Hence why I didn't play nothing for 2 weeks besides that game.
yeah.
And I think you can attest to that too.
Yeah, considering the fact that you actually beat me at completing the game.
So, to start the game, I guess I should just kind of start ranting. I decided to choose the threaded cane, because I was like, do I want an axe or, the saw blade or the hunter's axe? And I was like, well, the cane's probably the coolest because it seems kind of out of place,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like it would be a weapon. And then when I figured out how to transform it and actually turned it into that chain whip, I thought that was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that absolutely sets this game so far apart, is just the fact that every single weapon has a second form.
Yeah.
And it just completely adds a whole new type of uniqueness to the entire game. And
you
to
have
the
that
weapons.
little short-range cane, and then all of a sudden you whip it into just a giant whip where you can really sit back and...
You can sit back, you can hit multiple enemies at once.
Yeah,
it turns into a completely different
game.
attack pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was something that I didn't really expect at first, because unlike you, you kind of was really looking forward to this game, and I was just kind of like, whatever, I don't really care. This is something that Tom wants to play. You bought it, and I was like, well, shit, we need something to talk about. I'm going to play this game. And everybody was talking about it. Every IGN, everything had something about this game. So they kind of wanted me, it pretty much forced me to kind of play it, I guess, per se. And it kind of helped that it came out at a time where there's no games that really interest me right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I felt like that really helped out a lot. But what else did I have here? My favorite weapon in that game is definitely Ludwig's Holy Blade.
Oh, you went the same route I did then.
Well, see, I didn't like it when you transformed it into the great
The long sword that you once you put it inside of its massive sheath is now a great sword.
Yeah, see, I didn't like the greatsword aspect. I thought it was too slow, but when you used it as a one-hand, you were just so unstoppable that you could just keep attacking.
Yeah, it is pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I got it to level 10, and it did, I think, 100 and... what was it, like 160?
That definitely became my immediate favorite as soon as I used it.
Yeah.
Like, for a while, I was using the saw spear because that's, like, one of the fastest basic attacks in the game.
Yeah, I also used the saw spear after I started watching your stream of the game, and I'm like, what is that? And you're like, it's the saw spear. And I'm like, well, I should probably start using that if Tom's using it.
Yeah.
And I loved that until I found Ludwig's, and then I'm like, this sword looks cool. It turned into a big sword. And I'm like, it's called Holy Blade, and you're fighting undead. I would assume it's gotta be good.
I don't think the holy aspect really ever does anything for you, but
No, it doesn't do shit.
but it
It's
definitely
just the
is an
name.
incredibly powerful weapon that I don't know, it's just felt very balanced, whereas other ones
Yeah.
had their specific areas of expertise.
Yeah. Um, what was the other?
But actually,
After
like
I beat the game, oh, you can
my
go.
my favorite or my favorite weapon now that once I finally get it fully upgraded will absolutely be the Blade of Mercy, though. Because I don't know
Really?
if you had got a chance to play around with it at all.
Oh, I've played with it. That's why I'm kind of questioning it. Do you use the transformed version?
Oh yeah, twin daggers. It's a dagger that transforms into twin daggers, and I calculated it out. I have it at +6 now, and I got a bunch of other weapons up to +6. With just base stats, it is like bar none the highest DPS.
Is it?
Yeah,
Because man,
because like not only does it starts off really fast hitting, it starts off fast hitting, but then as you keep hitting with the dual attack or a dual blade pattern or style, your attacks
yeah,
get a little bit faster. And it
really.
ends up like I think when I calculated it out, it was at like 470 DPS compared to like the next greatest, which was the Kirkhammer at +6, which had like 400.
See, I thought the Kirkhammer would be cool, where it's the sword, and then when you put it in the sheath, it becomes the giant freaking hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, it's too slow.
Yeah, that's the downside. Although
It's just
I've
too
learned
slow.
to really appreciate the great sword aspect of the Holy Blade, just because now that I'm doing the Chalice dungeons, which are a giant pain in the ass,
Oh, such
some
a
of those
pain in the
enemies flinch when you hit them with the great sword.
Really?
So
I just kind of.
so it's very convenient on some foes, as well as it definitely clears out rooms faster.
I would say my second favorite is definitely the Burial Blade. That's the one that the final boss uses. It turns it
Oh,
into
the
a scythe or
the sword that turns into a scythe.
Yeah, I find that one just it looks cool. I don't really utilize it too much right now
Yeah.
because obviously I have a loot
There's
that's
one
level 10.
that's pretty ridiculous, which is the Logarius wheel. It is
I
quite
got that.
literally a freaking wheel that you
And then when you
throw
put
around it.
transform it, it just adds another wheel to it. Did you see that?
Well, the transformation, if you read the description on it, it like gives it a different type of damage. So
oh.
I think that it adds blood damage to your attacks
Yeah,
if
I'll
you
have to
get it in that
read
form.
that tonight.
And I really wanted to use, I forget what it was called, but there was a katana weapon. But the downside is that its updated state or its changed state. That's all it does is that it hurts yourself. It hurts
uses
yourself in
your own
exchange for more
blood.
power.
Yeah. I started using it, and I'm like, I'm actually hurting myself. I didn't realize it at first.
Yeah,
Was
I
like,
wanted
can't
it.
do this.
That was really one kind of major complaint I had with the overall state of the weapons is that there were really few. I think there's like only like 15 weapons total throughout the entire game. Although
If you
every
include
single one is
offhands,
super
it's like
unique.
29.
Yeah. Like even though like every single weapon is super unique, even though it's that case, it just didn't there weren't enough variety on what stats you needed to
Right?
wield
I
each
mean,
weapon.
you just pretty much need strength and endurance. It's
Like
cut to here that just-
I went balanced between dexterity and strength, which in previous Souls games that shit wouldn't fly.
No.
Previous Souls games, nuh-uh. That's nope. You get screwed if you try to do balanced to start off. But really, in the end, I mean, the best weapon that I found was the Holy Blade, and that got boosts from both strength and dex. So
Yeah.
it's what I used for a while.
Huh. I'll have to. I think I went to strength, vitality, and endurance. I think were just pretty much my only things.
Yeah. But yeah, let's
so we beat
continue.
that chapter.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Let's
awesome.
continue the conversation in next episode. Which
Yeah, let's. So that was all about weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was mostly a weapon discussion on Bloodborne. We didn't even get to the game.
Yeah, we didn't even. We didn't even
Barely
get the
talked about
offhands
the
yet.
game.
Just wait.
All right. See you
all right.
next time.
Later.